Hello. So let's go over a couple of key features of Caseload Manager. So the idea is that we will give you an intake form, and this will be a link that can live on your website. It can also be part of your email signature. So somebody who has a complaint, they come to your website, they fill out this intake. Obviously, all of these fields are completely customizable. It's typically something like this, a brief description of what's going on, some contact information for them, and then you can also decide how much demographic information you want to ask them at this point. They hit submit. The admin in your office, in your caseload management office, they will receive an email alert saying, hey, there's been a new intake. So then they are instructed to come over here to Caseload Manager. They'll look at the intake, approve it, which will then create a case. And it will also create a corresponding visitor party record, which will look something like this. So all of their information will transfer from the intake form into here, their description of issue, their contact information, et cetera. And then as soon as the case is created, then the person can come through here, the case manager in your office, they'll come through here, they'll add in any other case details that they need. And then they can start going through this menu on the left. So this is where they would upload any document, something like a confidentiality agreement, mediation agreement, invoice, things like that. Users, this is where the visitor record, this is where the information would transfer from the intake, right? So this record is created. This is also where we will assign a staff person. If you have staff people in your office that don't have full access, they will only be able to see a case when you assign it to them, okay? So you might have 100 cases, but if you haven't assigned them to any of those when they log in, they won't see any cases. However, if you, as soon as you assign them to a case, as soon as you assign that person to a case, then they'll be able to see that case as soon as they log in, as well as all of the fields that you have given them access to, okay? If you need to make any edits on that person's information, you just simply click Edit Person. As soon as you need to start adding more people, you just click Add User, Add Person on File. Going down the list here, discussions. This is when the head person on a case or the mediator or the ombuds, they can create a discussion that's like a private chat room where visitors, where parties can post information, ask questions, post potential agreements. We can have a caucus conversation. We can have a joint conversation on there. We can provide links to Zoom rooms, things like that. The point is, it's supposed to be a private space where we're not leaving a bunch of digital breadcrumbs back and forth, right? We're not sending emails and sending confidential information that way. We've got two more things here. So next we have calendaring, and this is, of course, where you would schedule meetings. As soon as we schedule a meeting, then there's also the option to email the information from that meeting to the parties. So that's over here on follow-ups, and it just simply says, are we sending this as soon as we hit save, the night before the meeting? And that can be sent as an ICS file, meaning that it will show up as a calendar reminder for them and be placed on their calendar. So we can do this for staff or for the public. And then activities, this is like your Post-it notes. So this is where we would put all of the to-dos, right? All of the little casework that has to happen for a case to go forward. And all of this, all of these fields can show up here in the mail system. So if we need to start sending out mail for people, remember we have a meeting on this day, or here's a summary of your case, things like that. Here's the information that I have for you. We can create those templates and have those be sent automatically to the users. And then the beauty about adding all of this information to Caseload Manager, times, case types, things like that, is then we can also capture all of that information in reports. So to find out more information about reports or about anything else, we have a support.odr site where people can scan, they can submit a ticket, or they can also look at questions that have been asked and all of the tutorials that we have created to see things like, here are some sample reports. So Hope that's helpful. It is your A to Z configurable caseload manager product. Thanks so much. Bye.